The goal of this shot is to bank the 8-ball into the opposite corner pocket. Both balls are frozen to the rail and each other. The only way to accomplish this is to hit the cue ball fairly high so the cue stick can rise above, providing clearance. We also have to use right English. So right English from the cue ball will transfer left English onto the 8-ball, which will cause it to rebound towards the corner pocket. You want to hit this with a medium to firm stroke. In this shot, the goal is to pocket the 2-ball in the side pocket. Unfortunately, the cue ball is frozen to the 1-ball, and the tangent line would send it going off this way. However, you can shoot the shot illegally by following through with the cue stick, hitting the 9-ball with the cue stick, which is illegal, and then pocketing the 2. And by hitting this shot fast and hard, an unsuspecting opponent might think it's a legal shot, but it's obviously not a legal shot. As I'll show now, if the cue ball were hit with a legal hit, such that the cue stick only hits the cue ball once and nothing else, the 9-ball and 2-ball would remain untouched. In this shot, the goal is to pocket the 9-ball in the corner pocket. Fortunately, the 4-ball is frozen to the 9-ball, and the 2 balls are lined up perfectly, so that as long as we can hit this 4-ball, the 9-ball will go in the pocket. This is a game of 9-ball, so we have to hit the 3-ball first. I will hit the shot with top right English with fairly firm speed. The top English will cause the cue ball to follow past the tangent line. The right English will cause it to deflect off the end rail towards the 4, making the 9-ball. An easier but less interesting out of the situation would just be to pocket the 3-ball, and then you have a dead-on combination with the 4-9. The goal of this shot is to pocket the 9-ball in the side pocket. Fortunately, the 2-ball is set up close to the 9-ball, such that if we deflect the 1-ball off the 2, it will strike the 9 and send it to the pocket. This is a draw masse shot. The goal is to hit the 1-ball into the corner pocket, at the same time hitting extreme draw masse, have the cue ball travel up table, then back up to pocket the 8 in the same pocket. I'm using a spare piece of tablecloth to help protect the tablecloth surface. Here's an easier way to execute the shot. In other words, I give up trying to execute that difficult draw masse. Here we can just lightly hit the 1, pocketing it in the corner, leaving easy position on the 8. In this table setup, involving the 7-ball, 8-ball, and 9-ball, we wish to run this table. It's a game of 9-ball. Unfortunately, the cue ball is snookered by the 8-ball, so we don't have a direct path to the 7, so we have to attempt a kick shot. So we'll kick off the side rail here into the 7. Fortunately, the 7 and 9 are set up for a direct carom shot of the 7, because the 7 is lined up exactly in the tangent line direction relative to the 9-ball. So we will pocket the 7-ball in the corner pocket and hopefully leave good position to finish the run. I'm hitting a shot with medium speed, center ball hit. This is an artistic skill shot from the movie The Color of Money. The 8-ball and 9-ball are frozen to each other, and the 9-ball is also frozen on the rail. And there's a slight angle between the 8-ball, 9-ball impact line and the rail. So one would think normally if you hit the 8-ball first, the 9-ball would go projecting off this way, away from the far corner pocket. But because we're hitting the 8-ball at an angle to the 9-ball, the 8-ball pushes the 9-ball, creates some throw, which deflects the 9-ball towards the far corner pocket. The tricky part is getting the 8-ball to rattle on the points of the corner pocket here to also send it to the other far corner pocket. Ideally, the 9-ball would go in first and the 8-ball would follow. Like many artistic trick shots, setup is critical. The balls have to be set up exactly perfectly for the table conditions and for the ball conditions for this to work properly. So it's very difficult to get it to work. The goal of this shot is to kick the 8-ball into this far corner pocket. The 8-ball is frozen to the cue ball, which is frozen to the rail. To make this shot, you have to hit with high left English above the 8-ball, having the cue tip glance off the cue ball. We need to aim slightly off center, so instead of hitting the cue ball from this direction, we shoot from this way a little bit, because the left English from the cue ball will tend to pull it back from the rail towards the 8. Again, hitting top left English above the 8-ball with an elevated cue. Here we're presented with a table layout from the end of a game of 9-ball. We're left with the 7, 8, and 9 balls. And unfortunately, 8 and 9 balls are both frozen against this end rail, and we're shooting at 7. Pretty much the only way to get good position to be able to run this out is to use a power draw shot, which will pocket the 7, pull the cue ball back to this rail, and leave us good position for the run out. So using a power draw stroke, we get low in the cue ball. With a driving follow-through, we can achieve good position for the run out. Now we can easily run the table. Here's a table layout from a game of 9-ball. The 3-ball is the lowest numbered ball on the table. But fortunately, it's frozen to a 9-ball with a dead-on combination shot, so if we hit the 3-ball from any direction, we will pocket the 9 and win the game. The direct path of the cue ball to the 3-ball is blocked by the 7 and 8 balls. And kick shot possibilities are blocked by the 6-ball. So our only option is to jump the cue ball. That's the bad news. The good news is we only have to jump at a very small amount, because we're jumping through this gap. We only have to clear a small portion of each of these balls. So using a jump shot stroke, elevating the cue at about 45 degrees, striking through the center of the cue ball, we can easily pocket this shot and win the game. This is a partial jump shot from the movie Pool Hall Junkies. We wish to pocket the 2-ball in the corner pocket. The 3 and 9 balls are blocking our direct path, but fortunately there's a gap between them, so we can use a jump shot where we don't need very much height to clear these 2 balls, because we can jump through the middle of them and clear them to make the shot. So we use a jump shot stroke, elevating the cue stick about 45 degrees, striking through the center of the cue ball, using a throwing type motion of the stick. This is a classic shot from the movie Pool Hall Junkies. The cue ball and 8-ball are both frozen to each other and frozen to the rail. Our goal is to pocket the 8-ball and the side pocket. The cue ball is just to the right of this first diamond from the side pocket. To execute the shot, you aim the cue ball pretty much at this other side pocket. That causes the 8-ball to drift over. Ideally, the 8-ball will stop right in front of the side pocket. And in the meantime, the cue ball deflects off this rail and kicks into the 8 to make the shot. This is a double carom shot from the movie Pool Hall Junkies. Our goal is to pocket the 2-ball in the corner pocket. We'll bank the 2-ball off the end rail, have it carom off the 7, back into the end rail, carom off the 5, into the corner pocket. Using a center ball hit, medium stroke. This is an interesting shot from the movie Pool Hall Junkies. Our cue ball is left in a very difficult position. It's in the jaws of this pocket, up against the inner wall of the pocket. Our goal is to pocket the 2-ball, but we can't hit a direct shot. So one option is to deflect the cue ball off the opposite wall of the pocket or the opposite point of the pocket. If you're hitting it off the point, you have to hit the exact right place for the angle to be proper to make the 2-ball. An easy approach is to hit the inner wall of the pocket with less spin to have the cue ball redirect towards the 2-ball. So we have to use a little top left spin since the cue ball is up against the rail. Top left spin aiming at the opposite wall of the pocket. This is a rail jump shot from the movie Pool Hall Junkies. Our goal is to pocket the 9-ball and win the game. This is a game of 9-ball where we have to hit the 1-ball first. Unfortunately, the direct path of a kick shot is blocked by the 2 and 3 balls. But luckily, there's a gap between them, so we can execute a jump shot, and we don't have to clear them by that much height. And also, since we're close to a rail, the rail helps us get extra height with a fairly easy jump shot. So we use a jump shot stroke, an elevated cue, about 45 degrees, striking down to the center of the cue ball with a throwing type motion of the stick. Medium to fast stroke.